Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland, almost into a new year. Happy New Year! What time is it here? It's, well, I got about another hour and a half till the new year hits. But it's time to sell the flour. We are still making some flour, but I don't have that much more to make. And the price has now peaked, and it's starting to go down a little bit. So I think it's going for like 896 per 1,000. And according to the time stock, I should get roughly like 96,000 for the flour itself. That doesn't include, of course, our bonus that we get for precision farming. So we should have a good amount of money here. And then, of course, I'm going to start selling some silage bales. The price is very good at the BGA, although most of my bales, I should say most, but the ones out in the field are still not fermented, but I might as well sell the ones that we have currently in stock. So the new year is going to be looking pretty darn good for us, but I'll have some more silage bales to sell in the month of January when I wake up, or midday or something like that. But let's go ahead and sell these. Also, since I did my last recording, East Vineland has had an update, but do be aware that it will require a new save game unless you want to fiddle around with your placeables and all. Basically, I think he said you have to redo your placeables. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that. So the minute I saw a new save game and redoing all your placeables, I'm like, nah, I don't think I want to be doing that. So I didn't bother to look to see what the updates were, because we're kind of just about done here. I mean, we got about another year. I don't know how many more episodes it's going to be. Let's see. We were at, so we got like 100 grand, and the bonus was like about 4,000. So that's not too bad. Let me go ahead and go on down to the barn. We'll start grabbing some silage bales and get those over to the BGA. So yeah, the money's looking really, really good. It's going to look even better as we move along here. Those bales in that field are not going to be ready until, I think, actually February. The ones down here in the field, those won't be ready until like midday tomorrow. So I don't know how many silage bales sitting in the field, but the ones down at the barn and the ones that are in the barn, those are ready to be sold. So let's go down and grab some of those. We'll make one trip on over. We'll sell them all. Actually, I can pretty much tell you what we're going to get because of this lovely little mod right here. Silage, currently, we should be getting, as you can see, the price last year, best price was $189. We should get $653, but right now it's $194, and I'm going to get $670, and that's, of course, before the bonuses. I love the bonuses. Let's see, transport modes. I should be ready to roll to pick these on up. I just got to make sure I don't pick up any of the ones that are not fermented yet, or else I'm just going to sell them as grass. And that's not what I want to do. Now, I'm not going to show me selling all of these bales because it is the middle of the night, and really, I'm having a hard time seeing where I'm going. So I'm pretty sure you're going to have a hard time seeing where I'm going. Let's get the trailer up here. These should be fermented. They are. So it doesn't matter which ones I start grabbing. Might be a little bit off center. I have to reset it. Yep, let me reset this here. Boom. Boom. Reset. Load. There we go. The only thing I wish the mod did for this trailer, it shows I got bales on there, but right now it shows them like as straw. But we know they're not straw. 31. Can we just get one more? You know what? Let me help myself out a little bit here. There we go. Alright, off to the BGA. Up over this little hill here that I got. BGA isn't far, so this is going to be kind of nice. The one place I don't really like selling to that much is the bale sell point in the north or northeast. Just because the way the traffic it comes out of the map right there, right in front of the entryway to the bale sell point. Yeah, I've hit so many cars going in and out of there because you don't see them because that's at the edge of the map, and then you turn and a car comes out and just T-bones you. Let's go see how much I get for a trailer load here. Should be pretty darn good. Looking for traffic, nothing there. Oops, I went right by. Yep, not paying attention. I kind of forgot where the entryway is here. Right at this building. Oh, wait. I can't go into the BGA at night? I hate the workers around here. No! Okay. Well, so much for getting, premium dollars here. All right, I'm going to leave the tractor right here. Let me turn my lights off so I don't wear off the battery. Not that it really happens. And traffic is in the way. So, let's see. Am I all set here to go to bed at night? I think so. We'll go to the tiny house. It's easier to get to the sleep trigger. It said 8 o'clock, right? So let's sleep until 8. So what was the price? $1.94 for silage there? Let's see what the best price is in the morning. Let's see here. Silage. $1.95 and went up by $1. So that, I mean, it's $1. Dollar per 1,000, so that's not too bad. Hey, they're open. And now at least it's daytime, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's pull on into here. So now we sit at $156,000, which is really, really nice to be at. All right, scoot this on over and $81,000, $90,000 per trailer load. Well, as we know, I got many trailer loads to go. But if you really want to know right up front where we should be at currently, let's see here. I should get an additional, right now, $600,000 in the bank account. So we're going to be at, $850,000. That sounds really, really good. And yeah, let's see how these bales are doing. Are these bales ready yet? I don't think they're going to be. I think those bales still got another 3 hours to go. But let me double check on that. And then I'll get to selling all these silage bales and bring it back. We'll see what the total is. Advance more time. Oh, the money's going to be looking good until I spend it all. But that's the whole point. We're going to be buying this field down here, this barley field, so I can level the ground out around the pigs and then maybe spend some money elsewhere. Yeah, these are not, those got 5% more to go. So those will be ready in a couple of hours. So, let me go ahead. I'm going to grab all the silage bales that I can that are ready. I may even fast forward time until the ones in the field are ready to start selling those. I'll bring it back, so we could be approaching $1 million in the bank account. And finally, the last load of bales coming out of the barn. So we're almost at 900,000 because I forgot to add in from the time stock market when it showed how much money we're going to get. I keep forgetting about the bonus for precision farming. So that was an additional 10,000, well 9,000 every time it came up here. And I have noticed I got a round bale sitting up here that was probably grass at one point. And I put it to the side. So when it was fermented, I could sell it. So let's go ahead and grab that bale. Yep, it is silage. So now we're over 900,000, which is great. 900,000. 900,000. 900,000. I think last year we got over $750,000 in the bank account, but this year, of course, we're doing that much better because we got the big grass field here. Still waiting for those to be fermented, so let me fast forward time. And then we'll start selling all these bales. Also, it might not be to the BGA. Depends on where we need to go. And then I do need to give the pigs some pig food. They're just about out of food. And then I think we're done for the month of January. Unless, I don't know how much flour we actually made overnight. If I do got some flour, yeah, I got 2 pallets. Probably maybe one more coming. So I could sell those, but we'll wait and see. But I'm going to go ahead and fast forward some time, start selling the silage bales in the big grass field. Approaching 1.1 million, and I think this will be the last load of silage bales I got this month going to the BGA. I don't know if I'll sell the other silage bales that will take another month this year or not, or just wait until next winter to sell them. Yeah, this series I think will end after we do the next year winter sale. So yeah, sometime in like March, because we'll have the honey to sell. And I'm not going to go ahead and sell all the tractors and all the farming equipment and everything, and of course transport the money over to the new series, because the new series has started. In case you missed it, Hinterland started on Saturday. And actually, episode 2 should be going out this afternoon. Fingers crossed, because I haven't done it yet. I'll be recording it later on today. So I should be going out then. But yeah, I'm not going to sell everything here and transfer the money over to another farm. Because, yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll do something like that. If I do like a short series and like start with nothing, and that way I just leave with like a couple $100,000, I might do that. But we're going to have so much money here. Bring it over to a new series. We'll kind of, basically, I just like the challenge of starting with nothing. And even though, like on Hinterland, we start with $10 million, it is a $10 million loan. So I do have to repay that money. And I do like having the challenge. If I just have the money and just buy whatever I want and not have to repay it or whatever, it takes a little bit of the fun out of it for me. So, I don't know. Things can always change. But there are all the silage bales sold. That even includes everything in the barn. The only thing in the barn is straw bales. I do have to feed the pigs, so I'm going to bring this trailer on back. Grab the small trailer. Grab a full trailer of pig food because it can take it, and I probably have enough to do so. And then, yeah, the flour, I'm just going to hold on to that as well. Sell that next year. Still got some wheat being processed. I probably should empty out the sheep's milk. Actually, I'm going to pick up these bales, so at least off the field. Since I'm hooked up to the trailer. Let's see, that should be loading up now. Yep, hit the right buttons without looking. Go on around. So I'm going to collect these, go feed the pigs, and then... yeah, I think we sold everything except for the honey, which should be in March, but it could be. Seems like everything is like in the middle of the night now, if I'm trying to get the best price. But yeah, sometime February, late February, early March. Yeah, leave that trailer here. Let's go grab the other trailer. So we'll be spending the money in March buying the field. And then see if I can fit a big shed back here for all the trailers that we currently have. Must be I was born in a barn and left the door open. Let's go grab this beautiful trailer here. Yeah, this year we got to decorate around the farm, putting up light posts here and there, even though we don't work that much at night. I think putting a gate in, doing some more painting and landscaping, maybe putting some more trees around here to make it look a little bit better. But not too bad with starting with absolutely nothing. No land, no farm equipment, no money whatsoever. Of course, there was a lot of contracts, a lot of off-camera work that was done for doing contracts. Is that close enough to fill me up? It is. I do have diesel fuel we could probably sell, but since the price of diesel fuel doesn't really fluctuate that much from month to month, we'll just sell it. Excuse me, coming through. We'll just sell it maybe in March because we're still processing sugar beet, I assume. I can check here in a second before I fast forward from January on forward. Because after this, I'll probably see you in the morning of March. Oh, unless I check, I should be checking the store page now, see what's for sale. Although, the only thing I would buy would be a windrower. And it's going to be the Krone windrower. I think it's an 18-meter wide windrower. While that's unloading, let's check out the store. Oh, it's already on the sale page. Yeah, nothing here that I'm looking for. Alright, the animals are all... Well, yeah, they should be all set. And production buildings... let's see here. We still have over 500,000 liters of sugar beet being processed. We only actually have made 39,000 liters of diesel fuel, but that's good money. That's like $50,000 right there. But I thought that'd be more diesel fuel than that. Methane we're making into electricity. Of course, the big one is compost. Currently, if we were to sell the compost at the best time, that's $277,000. So, yeah, so at this point, I don't have nothing else to sell or really to do other than just making sure the animals are all set until March. So the weather should be better. I wish it wasn't snowing during the day, because when it's snowing or raining, we're not getting any money from our solar panels, which is $3,000 less per hour. But when you're sitting at $1.1 million and you got most of the farming equipment you want, it's too hard to complain about it, really. So, yeah, I'll see you in, well, I'm assuming March, but it could be late February. Spring is here, but there's just a little bit of frost on the ground. This must be still a bit chilly on out. But springtime is here. I got Frank working in the big sugar beet field. He is picking up stones, so we get planting in that field. By the time we get done with selling the honey, we should be at $1.2 million, so that'll be nice. I did have a quick look while fast forwarding time. The field down by the pigs that we're going to buy, we do have a 5% discount with Gina Hartman, I think it is. So not a 25% discount, but a discount all the same. I think it's going to cost us like $440,000, so that's very doable for us. And it's got barley into it. I don't know how well the field's been taken care of, but we'll have to go down there with some row crop tires, get in there, get some soil sampling. We can fertilize it. I can probably even get on down there and spray it for weeds, which should be rather simple. And get the field precision scoring up as high as we can for the year. But yeah, that barley is going to be good for feeding the chickens, and also be making some flour as well. I should mention though, when we are selling the series, I'm not going to be like, well, we don't need food for the chickens because we're not going to be here any longer, or pig food. We got to keep farming as we would if we were going to continue. So, you know, keeping a stockpile of pig food for the pigs, keeping a good amount of grain for the chickens and cracked corn for the chickens, hay for the sheep, although the sheep are not really going through feed that much. And then we got to just figure out the crop rotation for the year and get planting, but we'll start doing that next episode. This episode is all about just getting to the winter, selling everything, and then buying some stuff. I may not even get to putting down a big shed today, because I don't know what shed I'm going to use yet, and I don't know exactly where I want to put it, or if I got room to put it on down. I could buy the other big open plot of land, like right next door. We haven't bought that yet, and I still hope I got my piece of paper to see what I should be paying for that, because on Start From Scratch there are no buildings on there, and the price goes by New Farmer, or where am I going? From Fresh Farmer, when there are buildings on there. So I gave myself a discount what those pieces of land should cost with nothing on it. So we'll have to go by that. But we're just going to keep on selling this honey. Hopefully Frank gets done with the first half of that field picking up stones. I even got honey out back. I don't know what happened, but I don't think I got as much honey as I did last year. So I don't know if I can pick up 4 of these. I tried this before. No, you can't do that. So let's... back on up and only pick up 2. I don't know if I missed a time at one point to where I was getting a notification that we couldn't spawn any more honey, because when I came over to move these around, the spawn point was full of honey, and I was like, ooh, how long has that been sitting there like that, full of honey? So I don't know. I don't remember seeing any prompt tell me I had no more room for honey. Either way, you know, we're not in desperate need of money, but, you know, always having more than what you need is always very, very nice thing to have. More money than what you need. And that's why, you know, ending this series here in East Vineland soon, I know some people are like, oh no, just keep on going, but I think more of you are saying, yeah, at this point, you know, it's just going to be repeating of what we're doing. We don't really need to expand, and keeping up with this many fields starts to get a little bit just repetitive. Kind of like on No Man's Land, where I think I stayed way too long on that map, but I love that map. And there was no need to keep on going, because we weren't building towards anything. It was just doing the same thing over and over again. Here, we're still building because we don't have the farm complete, but we will very soon. We got all the animals. All the animals are taken care of. We don't have to buy feed for them. We just need a couple more sheds. At least one more shed. I don't know if I need a couple more. Get around here. Alright, let me go ahead and sell some more of these. The one thing when I started selling these, I try to remind myself from last year, when I was selling these last year, I gotta drive counterclockwise in the circle, because if I go clockwise, the terrain on the other side of this fence line is very bumpy, and all the pallets kept falling off. So my first trip around, I went clockwise, and I didn't make it around. All the pallets fell off. Is this bumpy enough here to where they fall off? Especially if I hit it wrong right there. But either way, let me go ahead and get these sold, and then we'll start looking at buying some things. Definitely some land, and then we'll have a look at some sheds to see where, you know, maybe we'll look at the sheds and then I'll figure out between episodes where to put them, or put it. Just one shed. I think one shed's good. And finally, the last two. I do have one pallet that has a couple of jars of honey on it, but can get that. That'll be like probably last episode that we do. This will be the last step. Because after this, we don't really have nothing to sell other than starting the new farming season, which we're going to be doing a little bit of that right now, which is buying some land. 1.217. I wish it was 1.25 million. I probably could do that by selling out the diesel fuel, but I want to wait and hold on to the diesel fuel until I need it to sell it, which could be next episode depending on what I do here. Alright, since I am at the farm, let me run on down and get the John Deere. Wait, the John Deere's doesn't work. Those don't count as narrow tires. Yeah, I've tried that before. Frank, how are you getting along over here? Yeah, you're not... is it Frank? It's Franco. He's not quite done picking up stones in this field here, so... Alright, nonetheless... Can I not teleport down to the pig enclosure? There we go. Is this the first growth stage, or... If this is the first growth stage, I can get in here. Yeah, it looks like there's stones in this one as well. Alright, anywho, let's go to farmland. Field number 38. Gina Hartman, we get a 5% discount. Space to buy, because that way it includes the discount. And 440,000. Yes, we'll buy that field right there. So that still leaves us with $750,000 in the bank account. Let me grab the John Deere. That might be... That crop might be in the first growth stage, so I can get in there and get soil samples. So let's go up and get our soil sampler. Yeah, if you watched episode 1 of Hinterland, I used a modded soil sampler. That thing's nice. When you got really big fields, that's the way to go. Basically, what that does is you can buy one that increases the radius of how big of the soil sample takes. So you can upgrade it to double, triple, or quadruple the size area. On Hinterland, I went with double the size because triple the size is huge. And quadruple the size, I could probably do this whole map in like 6 soil samples. That maybe 8, okay, but still, think of doing the soil sampling on this entire map in 8 goes, 8 tries, 8 soil samples is all you need. I'm probably going to do 8 soil samples in this small field alone. Which way are you going? All right, you're going that way. I'll cut across here just to get off the road. Let's unfold this. Yeah, if I come on down here, I'm going to do a little test corner here. I'll drive in a little bit of a corner of the field. If I destroy the crops, then I'll have to wait and get the Class area on and throw narrow tires onto that. I need to fertilize these grass fields today, in-game. Not this episode, but I'll get it done today because, yeah, this grass will be ready for harvest tomorrow. All right, is this... All right, so I can. This is the first growth stage. I can go in the field. Yep, we are good to go. Perfect. So before I do soil sampling, let me see what the scoring is on this field. Actually, it's out of 60. So it had nitrogen in it. It's got some pH value. What's the fourth one down? It's got to be soil sampling. So this field's going to be actually in pretty good shape once I get done. It's 100% basically on nitrogen. Nitrogen is the first one, yeah. pH value is mid. Weed control is mid. And tillage is 100%. Let's grab some soil samples, shall we? Yeah, also that modded one, when it takes a soil sample, it takes like a half a second to go down and go, boop, got it. It is done. I should mention here, because I don't have the link in the description below for this, but if you are watching the Hinterland series, just a reminder, the list of the mods I'm using in that series, there will be a link in the description below that brings you to an XML, an XL file, sorry, an XL document that'll have a list of the mods I'm using and the link to get to that said mod, which mostly will just bring you right to the Giants Mod Hub. It'll bring you right to the mod to see what it's all about and see if it's available on console, because that's the only thing I did not do. I did not write if it was PC only or for all platforms. But at least I'm putting my mods in there now. It took me a while to get that all set up, get all the links and all that set up. So if you're seeing some mods that I'm using here, there's a good chance you might find it on that list as well. I should check while I'm doing soil sampling. Are there any other fields that are the soil samples are out of date? No, all of our fields. So I don't have to do any more soil sampling. The grass fields, this grass field could change. And there's a little spot I got to get here. Get every little square. It doesn't cost that much for soil sampling. Just like everything else, I always do the headlands first and work towards my way into the middle. So if I actually go into the field, crop rotation, it's kind of funny when you buy the field. I guess the crop rotation doesn't keep track of other farmers' fields. So every time we buy it, it just says follow and follow, which means it had no crop in it for the last 2 years, which we know is not true. But right now the expected yield is 78%, but it's going to be a whole lot better once we get the soil sampling. But no matter what, it'll be what it is. Because really, the only thing I can really upgrade, I can't put lime down in the field. I can do the weed control a little bit better. And the soil sampling will be better. So I can do the weeds and soil sampling. It still may need fertilizer. It just goes off, I guess, the harvest of last year if it was fertilized well. But basically, the only thing I can't change on that is the pH value. Once the crop is grown, you can't put lime in the field. Just a few more. Of course, when I mean a few more, it's going to be about 6 more. Right there is good. There's going to be a little bit I'm going to miss in that corner. Want to get it all. Just been digging through the papers on my desk, and I found pretty quickly the paper that I have that has what I should be paying for that plot of land right across from our farm. That originally I think has the, I think if you start on Fresh Farmer, I think that's where the cow barn is and maybe a shed. So since that property doesn't have a cow barn and shed on it, we're going to get a huge discount, and we should be paying $264,000 for it before discount. So I think buying that property anyways and then be able to put a shed on it would be good. I won't use that property for anything but putting in a shed or anything. All right, let me send those soil samples off to be analyzed. Fold that on up. And I'm going to park this right over here. I'm going to have to end this episode pretty darn soon, although I've been recording long enough, but I got to leave here in about 5 minutes, so I got to get this done. Yeah, so scoring on that field now is up to a 75, which is nice. So, yeah, where is it? Yeah, lot number 5, you can see on the map, it should have a cow barn on it and a shed, but we don't have that. Or is this the cow barn? That's a shed. Either way, but if I go to, nope, wrong map here, farmland. So, yeah, original price is, well, this is with a 5% discount, so maybe 5, my brain's, I'm having a brain fart here, but it should be like at 530 maybe 540 or 550, but with a 5% discount. So basically what I'm going to do is, what I'll have to do is, if I do have a discount when we do buy it, is I got to go with the base price that we should be paying, which is $265,000, and then add the 5% or up to 25% discount or no discount, depending on who owns that property in the future. But I think we'll buy this piece of property because we can definitely afford it. And then I got plenty of room. Let me teleport up to the chickens. Can I do that? Yes, we can do that. This property right here will give us plenty of room, and it's nice and flat to put down a big shed so we can put our tankers and all that kind of, well, this flat land right here probably. We can park all of our tankers and everything into a shed there. So, yeah, next episode we'll buy this land. Then I'll have some look at some sheds in between. I don't want to use the same sheds I'm going to be using on hinterland right now. So, yeah, we'll find something to put our tankers in and everything. And then that would probably leave us, by the time we buy the property and put down the shed, still may have like $250,000 in the bank account. So that's a good way to start the year. But overall, yeah, we got more land already. And we're about to buy some more land next time. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland. But until then, have a good one.